Welcome to the classroom. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Remuneration. The Basic Conditions of Employment Act of 1997 is another important piece of legislation because, amongst other things, it addresses salaries and wages. The aim of this act is to improve the working conditions of vulnerable workers. This act will tackle problems related to inadequate protection for vulnerable workers such as part-time workers, farm workers, and domestic workers. The shortage of special tools to set minimum wages for farm workers and domestic workers. The challenges that could be posed by child labor. Exclusively long working hours, especially in areas such as transport and security. Please make sure that you study this act in depth, as it is one of those acts which almost always appears in exams. Not only that, one day you may become an employer or an employee, and you will be impacted by this piece of legislation. Okay, back to remuneration. It is one of the most expensive parts of any business, and they are also an influence on why people choose certain jobs or businesses to work for. Trade unions usually have sleepless nights because they are constantly thinking about remuneration. They will constantly try to negotiate salaries and wages with the employers on behalf of their employees. Higher increases and higher salaries and wages, for that matter, are the constant order of the day. Job evaluations are the processes where the relative importance of each and every job is investigated for the purpose of creating a job hierarchy. The job's remuneration will then be determined by this hierarchy. Performance evaluation, on the other hand, is the process where individual employees are assessed on their performance in the job. This is then linked to the individual's annual increases and bonuses. I've spoken a lot about salaries, but I have failed to mention what they are. They are a fixed amount of money paid to individuals on a monthly basis, normally on paydays. Commission is a performance-based type of remuneration system. As a commission earner, you determine how much you get paid. And it all depends on how well you will tackle your job. So normally sales jobs are commission-based. Most managerial posts also have a performance-based system towards them, which is normally mixed in with a basic salary package. Wages are normally paid on a weekly basis, and they will be paid to lesser skilled laborers. Other payment systems may include overtime payments, where if the employees work over and above the normal 45 hours of work per week, they should be paid more. The Basic Conditions of Employment Act, or the BCEA, stipulates how different jobs based on their different timeframes should be compensated. Know that act. Profit sharing schemes are another way of getting paid, where employees receive a number of shares from the company based on different agreements entered into. Benefits may also form part of the job selection decision from employees' side. Benefits may include housing allowance, company car or transport allowance, where the business just basically gives you a car and a petrol card, education or study allowances. Most companies offer this because they want you to be skilled. Meals, where basically the business just buys you lunch and maybe breakfast. It depends. Discounts on goods purchased. So let's say you work for Woolworths or other retailer, and they have stock which is about to expire or whatever the case may be. you have a staff discount to buy that stuff. Loans at reduced interest rates. Most of the banks offer this. They have cheaper banking rates for their employees. This is to try push their people to use their services. Clothing or uniform allowances. Let's face it, most companies want you to wear a uniform. So if you have to wear it, why do they not then sponsor you in some way or the other? 13th or bonus checks. Normally people get these in December. And entertainment and travel allowances. Then there are fringe benefits, which are deemed part of the salary package. And as a result, they are taxable. So SARS wants their share. The business is then compelled to make income tax deductions from their employees' salaries. This takes the form of SITE, or Standard Income Tax on Employees, which is a tax with employees earning over 80,000 Rand, paying PAYE, or pay as you earn. South Africa has a progressive tax structure, which means that the more money you make, the more you will pay in taxes. And then there's provisional tax, which is paid at standard rates by individuals and organizations who do not have fixed income. So all your commission earners. And then the other tax is business taxes, which is at a steady 29% for anybody who chooses to start a business going forward. Evaluation. Remember, one of the managerial tasks to be performed is that of control. This means that the Human Resources Department must see whether their training goals have been met. And this means that the workers are assessed based on their skills levels and whichever shortcomings that the employees may have. Performance appraisals will do all of this and more. And they will allow the employees to raise their concerns and to learn where they have or may have gone wrong or right. Retention and succession planning. People will naturally leave companies. This is called natural attrition. However, when a lot of people start leaving the business, this becomes a concern. And it may cause dips in the morale of those who are still left behind, and perhaps in customer confidence. Can you think of any situation where a company you trust and support has lost many of its employees? How did this make you feel? Succession planning is a situation where key personnel are hired, developed, and trained to fill key positions within the business. This is to ensure continuity. Proactive succession planning ensures that the business is prepared for future expansion or the loss or retirement of key personnel. 5 generally accepted succession planning steps would be identifying critical positions, determining the skills, knowledge, and competencies needed by the people in those positions, identifying succession management strategies, for example, internal development, recruitment, and headhunting, implementing the chosen succession plan or compiling an action plan, evaluating the effectiveness of the plan.
Thank you for joining us in this lesson. If you learned something, give the video a like, share, and subscribe for more great content.